So hello everyone, in this video we are going to learn Icse Geography Class 8, the chapter Human Resources, India the Human Resources. So I am using the book called Goyle Brothers. If you are using other books, you can also view this video because the content of ICSE syllabus is same. So if you are using other book also, you can also view this video. Starting with the chapter, let me learn the meaning of the human resources first and we can proceed to next. So let us learn the meaning of the term human resource. So what is human resource? So the man with his intelligence and ability to work, he himself is a resource. Okay? The nature and degree to use all the source depend on his ability. So what is the meaning of this sentence? So how the man will use the available resource, that depends on his ability to use. Man, throughout his knowledge, intellect and skill, transforms the natural object and resources into valuable aspects. So the man with his intelligence transfers the natural objects and resources into the valuable aspects. So this is the scientific technology achievement that a man made more resourceful. So this is of scientific technology that the man made resourceful. So many countries, in spite of being poor in natural resources, have been exhibited remarkably high level economic development only because they are rich in human resource. So if any country is pure in the natural resource, but they have made human resource very more, that's the reason they are economically developed. So this is the meaning of this sentence. Hence, it is skilled and persistent effort of men that have raised countries like Japan, Switzerland and Taiwan to the present level of development. So due to the man's skill, these states which are told, Japan, Switzerland and Taiwan, become economically developed. Therefore, almost all countries of the world now gave empathize to raise the standard of human resource through various development plans and manages. So let me learn what is the meaning of the term human resources then. So this definition you should learn. So human resource. So the resource that resides in the knowledge, skills and motivation of the people, this is of human resource. The resource which is based on the knowledge, skill and motivation of the people. So human resource is used to describe both the people who work for the company or organization and the department responsible for managing the employees. So this human resource describes the both. Describes the both in the sense the people who are working in a company and the head of the company. They both are the human resources. The term human resource was first coined in 1960s when the value of labor relationship began to gather attention and when the nations such as motivation, organization, behavior and selection assessments began to take shape. So this human resources was first named in the year of 1960. And this is when the value of the labor's began to gather the attention of the peoples. Human resource transfer the environment into economic store to satisfy their needs. So the human resource transfer the environment means natural resource into their economic store. To their economically, they will transfer it to the economic development to satisfy their needs. So, man plays a dual role of both the producer and consumer of resource. So, man itself producer, and E itself a consumer of the particular resource. Although human resources are scientifically similar to the primates, they belong to the superior classes. So, individual human beings could be further developed by providing education. So, this is the important point in which your book has been given. So, how can the human resources be developed? By education, health service, and nutrition. They can also be more useful to society than illiterate. How? The reason being that these peoples work, okay, and untrained peoples. Indian population is about 1/5 of the total world population. India has the second largest population, in which after China. In spite of being overpopulated country, in spite of the India being the overpopulated country, it is also having the great resource. Okay, great resource of our country is huge reserve of manpower. Manpower in the sense not a human power, human resource. Manpower in the sense the working of the man. Although they are neglected lot, they receive very little care and attention. They are more valuable than soil, minerals, forest or any other natural resources, though their intellects and skills. Means, so in India, many population is of man resources. So these man resources are not literate, not educated, and they are very neglected a lot by the government, and also they give the little care and attention. But these are only the importance. We should give for them importance. The reason being that the country's rich resources are its peoples. Okay, because more than soil, minerals and forest, this is very valuable. Okay, and resources are defined as the mean of support for human race. So what is resource? Resources are defined as a mean of support for human race. However, human beings themselves are important factor in the development. Man is a creator, producer, consumer all in one. As I said you, man is a creator. Here I told you. Man played an important role in both producer and consumer of a resource. That's what. Man is a producer, consumer and a creator also. So this definition of human resource should be learned. That is, resources are this definition of resources should be learned. That is, resources are defined as a mean of support of human race. Human race means human discrimination. Okay. So here the meaning of the human race is a group of peoples in which they are having they are separated from the other groups from their own way. Okay, this is of human race. So resources is the support, means of support of these human race, group of peoples. Okay, so importance of human resources. What is the importance of human resources? So the capacity and the creativity of the man being formed the main theme of Renaissance. So what is Renaissance? Renaissance means rebirth or revival. So the capacity and creativity of human is the main theme of Renaissance, form the main theme of Renaissance. In the context of resource, this importance is described chiefly in the following ways. So let we learn these importance. Human resources can improve the natural resources, enhances their values and use them effectively. As I said you, that man convert the natural resource into the valuable resource, that is of human resource. So human resource improve the natural resources. How? It will improve the value of the natural resources by using them. Human being can act and pursue an agreed goal. Okay, a human agency is described as a social class. Social class You know very well what is meaning of this sentence. They can change their circumstances. Circumstances means around them. The human resources are also important to each individuals. They help them in utilizing their capacity and potentials to the utmost. So this human resource plays an important role in each of the humans. Okay, these human resources help in the utilization of men's capacity and potential to I, to very much I at most. With ever developing attitudes and skills, human beings have become a valuable resource for the country. So human with his developing attitudes and skills, he had become a valuable resource for the country. Because of him, the country's economic is developing. Human beings work for wage. Those who do not do so, their contribution is also very relevant. So what is meant by wages here? So the wages means the fixed payment that is given after the humans work, of the payment which is given for the humans when they do the work. So the human beings work for these money payments only. Those who do not do so, their contribution is very relevant. Who will not work, their contribution is very relevant. Some examples are household chores formed by women, especially in India. Women in India also work in the fields but not paid adequate wages, adequate money. Their contribution to farms productive is almost equal to the manfolk. By taking care of children at home, women also contribute in the development of the country. So this is the give reason question, in which how does the woman contribute to the country? So to the country because the woman look after the household chores, and she also working in the farms. Although she works, she is given less money. Although she work equal to the men, she is given the less money, and women also contribute by taking care of her children. Through education and attending skills, human beings become more mobile. Mobile means moving here and there, walking. Okay, moving here and there means is very active. They even migrate to other countries in search of jobs and contribute to the country's progress. So we have learned in migration chapter in this book only. Human beings obtain skill to make their most efficient use of other resources as well as their own. They make the use of tools, implements the machines to develop other resources in an efficient and organized manner. The human use the tools and implements and machines to develop the resources in efficient and organized manner. Use the tools, implements and machines to develop other resources in a very good manner. Okay, what is meant by other resources? Other resources and natural resources, you will develop all these, okay, in an efficient and organized manner. So we know that human resource is the most important of all, and the skill they possess determines the resource value. Therefore, for a complete understanding of the concept of human beings as a resource, it becomes essential to study the trends in the human population, its composition, distribution, density of population, and population change. So the meaning is that, so we know that human resource is the most important of the all. So, and the skill they process and the determination their resource value. Okay, skill they possess determine the resource value is very more. So therefore, for a complete understanding of the for the complete understanding of the concept of the human beings as a resource, that is of human resource, so it becomes then essentials to study the trends human population, density of the population. By studying these, we can understand the human beings as a resource. Okay, by studying distribution, density of population, and population change. So, we are going to discuss factor influencing the population distribution in the next part of the video. So, still then, stay tuned. So, please subscribe this channel if you found this video very useful. We have also made videos relating to the other subject also. So, you can view these by subscribing our channel. Thank you very much.